All right, my friends, we were working on our Pharaoh portraits. So you had the option to make a self-portrait with yourself like I did, or you could choose an animal head, and it could be something like the pharaohs used. We saw in the one video that like the Sun Ra used the bird head, or some used a dog head or a cat head, or you could choose an animal that was relevant to you. And then we talked about the format of the person. So the feet and the head would be looking sideways, and the shoulders and the body would be looking forward. And this is because they didn't understand perspective yet. So they were trying to show both the side view and the front view at the same time. Then we added a background, and we added a cartouche with our name. So cartouches indicate some kind of a royal name. They have this elliptical shape and a base, and then some kind of a design around the outside. And then the characters spell out my name. So I have this piece of cloth for the S, this loaf of bread for the T, this rope for the O, and this water for the N, and the 2 feathers for the E. So yours should have your name with your hieroglyphics, your portrait, however you chose to portray yourself, using this same mechanism with the head and the feet facing one and the body facing forward, and then some kind of a back, whatever to do on my background. Now this we're just gonna, I'm gonna use colored pencils. For kings and queens, the color gold was very important, as was makeup. So you can see I've added the eyeliner on, and I have added some jewelry like with the wrist cuffs and ankle cuffs. Now I'm just going to use yellow because I don't have any metallic colored pencils or crayons. It's your choice what you want to use. If you have a metallic crayon, like a metallic gold, use that. If you've got metallic colored pencils, use that. If you've got like a gold Sharpie, you could use that. You know, mix and match to make it work for you, however you want to do that. If you have anything with like that gold metallic color, that would be great. If you have even like a little bit of gold glitter, you could do that. After you're done coloring everything in, you could put like a little bit of gold glitter into the jewelry. That would be perfect. Now they also used different kinds of gemstones. So they used some green jade that they traded. They used a lot of blue that they got from this stone called lapis lazuli, and it was a bright blue stone, like a royal blue stone. So you could add some of that color as well, and then think about what color the rest of it would be. We saw on the clothing, most of it was sort of like a natural color in ivory tones. It wasn't really brightly colored clothing because they didn't have a lot of the dyes that came around later on. And, you know, what color would the sand be and that sort of thing. So most of your colors will end up being in your accents, because they did have colors for painting, and they still exist on the walls today, as you saw in the tours, and in these extra details in your background, and like jewelry and things like that. So go ahead, add some color. We'll finish these up and turn them in. Okay, have fun. All right, so I am done coloring mine. You can see I have a full background of the ground. Let's talk about color things. Clothing a neutral. Ended up using like pinky color, colored light, and a little bit darker to make it look like there were folds. I used this tan color for the gold. I also used that same tan color for the pyramid. And you'll notice that I put in a base color for the pyramid, and then I went back and I added like an L shape that's a little bit darker on each of my bricks. And what that did is it gave my bricks a look of dimension. So it looks like each brick stands out a little bit more, gave it a little bit of shadow, And you can see my light source is over here, so my shadow is on the opposite corner of each of my bricks, and it makes them stand out a little bit more. It gives them a little bit of pop. I also had a little bit of yellow just to mix them a little bit. You can see down here on the ground, I wanted to add some texture to my ground, so I did some cross hatching, which means I took brown and went in an X pattern, and then I took my black and I went across. So it gives a bunch of different angles and colors, and it mixes to make the ground look like it's a little bit more touchable. And it also, because it's darker, it grounds the whole piece. Now you can see that my whole sky is yellow. It goes from the darkest yellow here with my sun, and it fades out. I wanted it to look really warm. Okay, Egypt is in the desert. These pyramids are out of sand. They're in the middle of the desert. I wanted it to look like it was hot. Over here on my cartouche, I gave it my border, and I colored in my different hieroglyphics, and I am done. So when you're done, you're going to take a picture and go into November 4, where it says turn in here. You're going to click that gray button to submit and upload your picture. If you want, you can also post this on the Padlet. I love to see them over there. And then you can share that Padlet with your friend and family. So if you want to show off to your grandma or aunt and uncle, you can send them the link and they can see what you're doing there. But I can't wait to see these. So I saw a couple of progress pieces on Friday, and I can't wait to see the final piece. So I will see you guys on Friday, and turn these in when you're done. All right, have a great week. Bye.